Don't play with it. Don't play. I passed my driving test today, and I'm gonna help you. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. My driving journey was so stressful. Would I do it again? No. Was it worth it? Yeah, it was. But guys, it was so stressful. I would never do that shit again. If my license, inshallah, God forbid, if it got taken away, I'm walking. You understand? I'm not going through that process again. Never again. But today I'm gonna show you how you can get your license. So my driving journey, this time last year I wouldn't even thought about driving because I was just looking in the mirror and I was seeing someone obese and I was like, okay, I need to walk. Let's just not think about driving. But last July there was an incident in the bus and it was so hot, it was so sweaty. There was old ladies scratching their ass on the bus, and then I got off the bus and I said, I want a license. So guys, if you want to get your license and if you want to make it as quick as possible, listen to me. So first of all, I booked my theory. Make sure you book your theory because you're not going to have anything to work towards. Book your theory, and then once you pass your theory, it's going to take you probably 3 weeks. I passed my theory in 3 weeks. I booked it, I didn't even know anything about it. Revised for that 3 weeks and I passed. And then I started booking lessons, okay? And me, I didn't even know what was going on. Honestly, I just started lessons. I booked like 5 lessons and then I booked another 5. But what I would suggest to you guys is book lessons before your actual theory. Make sure you have your learner's license, because what that does, it gives you sort of motivation, because a lot of people, I've realized, when they get their theory, they're like, oh, I need to book lesson, and then they need to save up and this and that, and then the theory expires. So guys, I would advise you, just before your theory date comes, before you take your theory test, take a few lessons. Let's just say 3 lessons, because that will help you in the theory as well. Because I don't know, it kind of helped me in my theory. I actually I booked a few lessons before my theory. And guys, I would really advise this to the people that you have family members that drive. So make sure you take at least 10 lessons with the official instructor. Make sure you know how the car works. Make sure you know how to move the car. So I booked 10 lessons and then I booked my family member's car, because I promise you guys, some instructors here, they will teach you very, very slow. And I'm talking like a snail. Like, I realized my instructor, they never taught me no parallel reverse. The guy was just taking me on roads and roads and roads. And some instructors, of course, is a business. They want to keep you as long as possible and they want to make money off you, because they charge you per hour. They don't want you to pass unless, you know, you fill their bank. So make sure, guys, you don't fall into that trap of just wasting money and taking your process as slow as possible. Maybe some people, they need some slow, you know, guidance, but I promise you guys, you can make it so much faster by just buying a little shit car. That's what I did. So I bought a car after I was just practicing my family member's car, because I didn't want to damage it, of course. So I bought a car and I started practicing my own car. You know, I got learner's insurance, slapped on the L plates, got a family member to assist me, and I was just practicing. I was driving them places. I was going town, you understand, all the time with the learner plates, and my family member just sitting in the car. And my learner's insurance, bro, that shit was so cheap. I was like, what the hell? I paid, I think it's £40 a month, not even an iPhone 15, yeah? I think it's for 400 a year. And when I realized that I was getting, you know, my process, you know, I knew, because you would know when you're ready to drive. You know, I feel like every person, they know their journey, they know where they are. And even if you don't know, I would really suggest you guys to book your test. So what I used is DS Driving Solutions. And these guys, they book your test, like, you understand? And they do payment after confirmation. So they book your test first and then you pay. So these guys, they helped me so much, yeah. So when I booked my test, I was like, okay, I just took it slow because I'm not going to stress myself, you understand? I'm not a stressful person. So I was just like, I forgot about it. It became 1 week, and 1 week before my test, and I was like, oh shit. So what I did was I went to the test center, and then I was just practicing routes. There's an app, I don't know what app I was using, but it was just, I paid like £5 and it showed me all the routes, all the possible routes. And my test came and I failed. I didn't, bro, the guy told me, my examiner told me, your driving is really good. this test, this was on the 21st of November. He was like, oh, your driving was really good. But it was just when we got to the country roads, that's where I didn't know. Of course, I only took 10 lessons, you get it? So what I didn't know is country roads, because the cities that I live in, these man, they take you to like country roads, you're going like this. When I was on this test here, it was going so nice. Emergency stop, boom. And then I saw a horse. I saw a horse in the middle of the road. I was like, what the fuck? And then we were driving. I couldn't see any speed limit. The road was distant. Bro, I was driving at 35 miles per hour. I don't want to kill no one. I don't want to die. So I'm just driving slow. I don't give a fuck about if cars behind me. There was cars behind me. And then I failed for progress. Look, my serious faults were progress. And I got, I think, 1 fault for steering. That was just by accident, bro. So after that, he told me, oh, you failed on the country roads. And I was like, damn, it's because I never practiced. I didn't even know what national speed limit is. Yeah, don't ask me how I passed my theory. Understand? But I passed. Anyway, I didn't know what national speed limit is. So I was like, okay, I need to just watch the video. So I was just watching my friend, Aman, Clivy driving, my good friend. And I was just watching her videos, and I was just, you know, trying to catch up, or what's it called? Driving. Forgot what I was saying. Yeah, country roads. And I just went on a few country roads, and I went to at least 60 miles per hour, 50, 55. And yeah. And today I passed. But listen, don't ask me about these ones here, please. Don't ask me, because my heart was beating. I didn't know what to do. I thought I failed. Wallahi, today I thought I failed, because it was raining. I couldn't see anything. The wipers were going like this. I was just like, I'm not passing today. You know. But I was reading Ayatul Kursi, and alhamdulillah, passed today. I'm gonna inshallah do some more videos on Theory app you can guys use. But you understand, if you can take some tips. But I promise you guys, do not stay with instructors, guys. I promise you guys, you're gonna waste your money. You're gonna waste your money if you keep doing lessons. Make sure if you have a family member to teach you, get them to teach you, because you're gonna save a few. I think I saved over £2,000. I'm not joking. So make sure you get yourself a Nissan Micra. Get yourself a Nissan Micra. You understand? And just practice by yourself. Just, you know, do your little maneuver. You understand? Go to a car park. Bro, you don't need to pay so much money just to sit for 2 hours in person while they take you on a journey like a snail. Absolutely not. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Say mashallah. Thank you, brother.